Students' individual experiences, such as their culture, traditions, language, values, and beliefs, significantly influence their behavior in the classroom. When the classroom or school norms and expectations differ from a student's, it can create a cultural gap. For example, in some cultures, providing directions in the form of a question implies an expectation of compliance, while in others, this may be seen as a choice to decline. Students may be identified as having behavioral challenges when, in fact, this behavior is shaped by their cultural experience. Cultural gaps can lead to misunderstandings, causing confusion for students and increased feelings of exclusion in the classroom or school community. To minimize misunderstandings and confusion, teachers should set clear expectations for their classrooms and explicitly explain to students that these expectations may differ from those at home. By reflecting and being intentional about representing and celebrating culturally diverse perspectives in the classroom, teachers can make EL students feel valued and included. This includes learning about other cultures and ensuring that the physical classroom and learning materials reflect students from diverse backgrounds. A student's culture shapes their behaviors, perspectives, values, and interactions. When students feel represented in their classroom community, they create more meaningful connections with what they are learning. It is essential for teachers to create a positive learning environment, as students learn most freely and effectively in an inclusive environment where they feel supported, encouraged, and safe making mistakes. To foster a welcoming and safe environment, teachers can start by building strong relationships with their students. In the beginning of the school year, this looks like taking the time to ensure they are pronouncing students' names correctly, creating opportunities for students to share about themselves, and listening intentionally. Teachers should also ensure students' cultures are represented throughout the classroom, such as in posters, flags, visuals, and stories. Educators should reflect on and learn about students' cultures so that they can educate their students, emphasizing the value of respect. Teachers should make efforts to support and celebrate cultural diversity throughout every aspect of their classroom. Finding ways to incorporate a variety of cultural aspects into instruction ensures all students feel represented in and connected to the content that they are learning. Some ways to do this include incorporating cultural representation into classwork and assessments, inviting family guest speakers, creating multicultural libraries, and offering opportunities for show and tell. Teachers also should encourage students to leverage their home languages and cultural assets. One strategy that can be used to do this is multilingual brainstorming, which gives students the opportunity to first brainstorm and generate ideas in their home language. This promotes the flow of ideas without language barriers. Another strategy is explicitly pointing out language comparisons such as cognates, prefixes, and roots, which allows learners to build on what they already know. To meet the unique strengths and needs of EL students, teachers must employ a variety of strategies. As educators, we are called to maintain high expectations for our students and provide the necessary support and scaffolds to help them reach success. Teachers can implement differentiated instruction by building relationships with students and gaining insight into how they learn best. Throughout instruction, teachers can use scaffolding strategies such as visuals, modeling, sentence frames, graphic organizers, vocabulary booklets, and word walls to further support their students. Additionally, creating both structured and unstructured opportunities for EL students to collaborate and engage with their peers helps promote social emotional skills and strengthen peer relationships. Understanding students' social, emotional, and cultural needs helps teachers develop routines and procedures that will foster a positive environment where all students can feel safe and cared for. Classroom routines and procedures must be functional for and meet the needs of the students in their classrooms. Although classroom rules and routines and procedures are often generalized, individual student needs change with each class, so the classroom environment may need to shift to accommodate students. At the beginning of the year, teachers can involve their students in the classroom rule creation process, helping them feel included and giving them an outlet to share what they need to feel safe. This helps teachers get to know students and also encourages a discussion about respect within the classroom community. Family and community practices, or funds of knowledge, are powerful assets that influence language learning. Integrating these funds of knowledge into academic lessons allows students to draw on their prior knowledge and experiences to make deeper connections to the content. This makes learning more relatable for students, increasing their engagement and motivation. The Washington Office of Superintendent of Public Instruction has a Funds of Knowledge toolkit for teachers that includes a Funds of Knowledge inventory matrix, which allows teachers to organize their students' identified home and community practices and plan how to implement them in the classroom. For example, a teacher could have students explore family recipes and share them with the class as a part of a math lesson on quantity and measurement. Teachers should build strong partnerships through frequent and open communication. Communication should be delivered in families' preferred languages when applicable. It is also important that teachers build two-way relationships with families in which both sides' input is valued to support the student as a whole. Family involvement is an essential part of a student's both educational and English language learning journey. To promote involvement, teachers can provide families with resources to support home learning. Schools should also ensure that families' cultures and languages are represented throughout the whole school, making families feel included in the community. Parents can also be involved in planning school events such as multicultural picnics, game nights, and potlucks, so the school can better cater to the community's needs, interests, and availability. Another way to include and engage families in the school community is to invite family members to be guest speakers and share their cultures and experiences within classrooms and the school.